Over the last few weeks, the Hyundai Alcazar has been making a lot of sound, and a lot of general consensus is that basically the Hyundai Alcazar is just an extended version of the Creta. But if that is what you are thinking, you couldn't be more wrong, because the Alcazar is much more than that. And here we are today now. We have got a brief experience of the Alcazar today. Of course, this is the camouflage version, but we have been able to drive it briefly and also experience the interiors and the features. And this is the first impression that we have. Now, if you look at the design, well, of course, if you look at the headlamps, they remind you of the Creta, but the moment you have a look at the grille, now this is right now camouflage, but eventually over the next few weeks, when you see this uncamouflage, you will realize that the grille is completely new, and in fact it is very nice looking. And what it does is it accentuates the width of the car, makes the Alcazar look wider than it actually is, but in reality it has the same width as the Creta. And once you move to the side of the Alcazar, well, that's where the biggest difference is in terms of design. Of course, you have these brand new 18-inch alloy wheels. Now, these are diamond cut alloy wheels. The Creta comes with 17, so this is one size up, and the tire aspect ratio is also good, so fills up the wheel arches really well and gives the car a nice bold stance. And the biggest change, of course, is the fact that this is a 6 and a 7-seat vehicle, so it's a longer vehicle than Creta, and it's not as if Hyundai has just extended the rear portion behind the C-pillar. This has a longer wheelbase than the Creta, so that extra wheelbase translates into extra space inside the cabin. Now, we have had a brief time inside the cabin, and what I can tell you right now is that the middle row has good space, and even the last row, which is the most important talking point of this car, well, that also has space at par with its rivals. So of course, as far as space, practicality and comfort is concerned, the Alcazar is right up there with its rivals. Now, once you get to the rear section of the Alcazar, well, this is one area where you cannot mistake it for being a Creta. So you have a rear section with entirely new set of tail lamps, and it's a very good looking design. And also, if you look at it, it's a very sharp tail lamp design that it comes with, and the tail lamps are connected with a chrome strip with the Alcazar branding. Apart from that, also the overall styling is what we know about Hyundai. It has a lot of angles, and that gives the Alcazar a very good stance from the rear as well, and goes along well with the rest of the design. So that means, while despite the fact that the headlamps might be same as the Creta, the grille is different. So at times you might mistake the Alcazar coming in as a Creta, but you cannot mistake the Alcazar as a Creta when it's driving off. So now, with the design and the space details discussed, it's time for the features. But right now, I cannot talk about the features. We will leave that for some other time soon when we do the first drive of this vehicle. But what I can tell you right now, as far as the driving experience is concerned, is that the Alcazar will offer a very different driving experience from the Creta, because this will be offered with two engines, a diesel and a petrol. While the diesel will be the same 1.5 litre diesel with 115 PS of power, the petrol engine is a new motor. It's a 2-litre motor, and what you will get in terms of power output is 159 PS, and that should be more than adequate to handle the about roughly 60 to 70 kg increment in terms of weight. And we have driven this car for a brief duration, for about 8-9 kilometers, and what I can tell you is that it drives really well. It's very refined. The NVH levels are very much in control, and despite being a long vehicle in terms of length and the added weight, the handling is quite nice. It doesn't feel as if you're driving a car this big. So in terms of driving experience, the Alcazar is a vehicle that leaves us with a lot of high expectations from this brief drive. Soon we will be bringing you more details. So stay tuned and please follow us and subscribe to our Express Drives channel, and we will be seeing you soon.